Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Picture. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so I have to tell you, I had absolutely no intention of doing a singular review for this title when I got it through the door a couple of weeks ago. I was actually going to include it in like a weekly pickups video. But it's only when I checked it out a couple of nights ago, I was absolutely blown away by its 4K transfer that I felt it was only right to stop by and share it with you and make you aware of it. So as you can see by the thumbnail, it is no secret, the movie is The Faculty. Now this is another Scream Factory title, and I have to tell you, wow, they have really outdone themselves when it comes to the restoration on this one. I was blown away by it, but look, we'll get more into that now very soon. Now, if you're not aware of The Faculty, it's a very simple premise. Aliens are taking over this high school. It's parasites that are getting into the students and the teachers, and it's slowly spreading. Think Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but made for the Scream generation. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez, based on a screenplay from Kevin Williamson. And as you know, Kevin Williamson was heavily involved with the Wes Craven Scream movies, so chances are, if you enjoyed them, you're going to get quite a bit from this one as well. It's a very character-driven movie. I am not kidding. Just look at the opening sequence. Well, not the initial opening sequence, but right after it. If you know, you know. But Robert Rodriguez takes the time to start introducing every character. I'm not kidding. The name of the character comes up on the screen, whether it's Josh Hartnett as Zeke, Elijah Wood as Casey. So you know when he kind of introduces his characters like that, he's going to develop them in some sort of way. And that's exactly what he does. And you genuinely care for them as the movie goes on. But for me, the two standout performances is Josh Hartnett and Elijah Wood. The dialogue is incredible in it. Elijah Wood makes a profound statement at the end of the movie. I can't say nothing, but when you hear it coming out of his mouth, you're kind of going, wow, how bad was your life before all of this started? The movie has got a bit of everything. It's suspenseful. There is so much horror to it as well. There's a lot of humour in there as well. And there's a bit of action. It's got a bit of everything, and it's all perfectly put together from Robert Rodriguez. He has done such a wonderful job here. Hands down, my favourite movie from him. It is borderline perfect. That's how much I love this one. And when I heard about it coming out on 4K, I was genuine excited. It's a love letter. It's a love letter to every movie that came before it. Whether it is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Puppet Masters. Even The Thing is in there as well. Because there's bits in it where you're like, okay, you don't know who is infected. And it unsettles you. It really does. So yes, there is elements of The Thing there. There is just so much going for it. And it goes without saying, if you haven't checked out The Faculty, I recommend doing so. But try and get it on 4K, because it really is stunning. Now, when it comes to the special features on this one, I'm not going to lie, it is a bit underwhelming. All you're getting is 2 interviews from Greg Nicotero and Carrie White. It is a bit underwhelming, but you know what? Every release that I own for this movie never had a special feature, so I will take it all day long. Right, so what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to quickly take you around this release, give you a look at it, and then I'm going to come back and talk about its 4K transfer. So yeah, here we go. Right, so here we go, The Faculty. So, if you're familiar with 90s horror movies, you know what to expect when it comes to the artwork, because they always insisted in putting the entire cast on the cover, and this one is no different. So, you've also got the school in the background. I think it says class of 1999, and then you've kind of got this beam of light coming down on top of the school. And then you'll notice on top there as well, it says these 6 students are about to discover their teachers really are from another planet. And yeah, collector's edition. So yes, it's the kind of artwork that you expect from a 90s horror movie. So I will take us then to the spine of it, and you'll see that the school there is on the spine and the title of the movie, and the opposite spine is the exact same. And when I turn it around to the back, you'll notice that you've got the synopsis on top, you got your special features in the middle, and all your credits and technical information down below. So that is the slipcover. Now I'm happy to report that there is alternate artwork as well. I have changed it around. The other artwork is basically this. So yes, I wanted to put something a little different on it. And again, they're sticking to that theme where you're putting the cast, the alien generation. I think that's how they were seen back in the day. So yes, they got the 5 of them on the cover there. And you kind of got these students kind of blurred into the background. I can't remember, I think I might have this might be the artwork that I have on the DVD. Again, I could be getting that wrong, but I'm almost certain I have it before. I had it before. So the spine is a little different as well, and right around to the back of this one, and it's much the same. So I will quickly open it up, and you've got two discs inside this. You've got your Blu-ray and your 4K, and as you can see, we've got different disc art as well. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick look at this release of the faculty. Right, so on to the 4K transfer. So you might have noticed when I was taking us around the title, if you've seen the special features, it says that this 4K scan is taken from the original camera negative, and it's approved by Robert Rodriguez, and that can only be a good thing. You can't help but get excited when you read that. And yes, this one is truly, truly stunning. You have to understand, I know this movie back to front. I know how it looked on DVD. I know how it looked on Blu-ray. I've seen it in the cinema as well. And I have never seen it looking as good as it does on this 4K release. It's a testament to Scream Factory. It really is. Now, I've spoken so many times on my channel about deep blacks. I love seeing deep blacks, particularly on horror movies. Now, if you want a great example of what I am talking about, just look at the opening 10 minutes to this movie. And when you throw in that increased shadow detail, it makes the world of difference. You know you're in the presence of something very special just by those first 10 minutes. Another great example is when Casey is on the bus with Delilah. Perfect blacks. Flawless. And this movie can get very dark at times, and I'm happy to report that I couldn't find one instance of black crushing. It's an incredible transfer here, folks. The fine detail, the sharpness to the image. There's just so much going on. Just look at the facial details. You can make out every single crease and pore. Even Delilah. You know, when you look at her, she's caked up in makeup. And it looks like there's almost like DNR applied to the image, but there's not. It's just that much makeup on her, and you can clearly see it. It's quite incredible. So yes, it is very sharp. And then you've got the implementation of Dolby Vision. Another great example of it is when you see the scene that I mentioned at the start of the video, where they're introducing the characters. Just look at all the greenery around them. I've never seen it looking as vibrant as it does. It's not overly vibrant. It's all very tastefully handled. The Dolby Vision is a game changer here, folks. It really, really is. I cannot praise this one enough. The grain structure on it is very, very light. It never fluctuates. Even in them kind of low lit interior shots, it never changes. It is light, and it's consistently light, and it never moves from that. It's a stunning, absolutely stunning 4K transfer. Breathes new life into this movie. Like I said, I have never seen it looking as good as it does on this release. Now, it also comes with a DTS 5.1 audio. Now, this is normally the part of the video where I complain that we didn't get Dolby Atmos. I'm not going to do that because I was that impressed by the 5.1 audio. There was no need for Atmos on this one. It's a very active mix, and it can be incredibly immersive at times. There is some great low-end bass in there as well, and it's going to shake your room at times. Not only that, but to actually hear Marco Beltrami's score through this movie, there's a great sense of presence to it, and it's firing out of every single speaker. But there is one scene, again, that I want to single out. It's my favourite scene in the movie, believe it or not. It's the bit where the students realise that the school has been overtaken by aliens, and they have to walk through the school while all the students are infected. And you can hear every student whispering and talking amongst each other, and it's coming out of every single speaker. There is just a perfect separation to it all as well. It elevates that scene. It's quite creepy at times, and not only that, but even when they're whispering, you can clearly hear what they're saying. It's a pretty cool effect, and it's a scene that always stood out for me. I remember hearing it in the cinema back in the day, and it sounded exactly like it's meant to sound. It took me right back. All in all, I had a great time with this DTS mix, and I'd like to think you're going to have few complaints with it. So there you have it, folks. That is my review of The Faculty, and as you can see by the video, I am so happy. I really, really am. I never thought I would ever see this movie looking as good as it does here. And like I said earlier, if you haven't checked out The Faculty, I recommend doing so, and if you could, try and get this 4K release of it. Congratulations, Scream Factory, yous have done it again. Right, so there you have it. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could do, leave a comment down below. And please, please share your thoughts on this movie. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.